perpendicular drawn at the point of incidence is called normal. This is known as normal. This perpendicular is known as normal. Now you see the normal and the incident ray forms an angle, and this angle is known as angle of angle of incidence. Angle of incidence, and we denote it by I. This is denoted by I. So we know that when the ray of light hits the plane surface, then it bends. It bends. And this ray, the path followed, the path followed by the incident ray after hitting the surface is known as the reflected ray. Reflected ray. So this is known as the reflected ray. This path followed by the incident ray after hitting is known as the reflected ray, and this angle, the angle formed between the normal and the reflected ray, is called the angle between normal and reflected ray is called the angle of reflection, angle of reflection, and it is denoted by this R. So what is the first law of reflection? First law of reflection states that first law of reflection of light states that this angle of incidence is equal to angle of reflection, that is angle I is equal to angle R. This is our first law of reflection. Now you have to keep in your mind that angle of incidence is this angle, not this angle, not the angle between incident ray and the surface. No. It is the angle between normal and the incident ray, and angle of reflection is the angle between these two rays, that is normal and the reflected ray. This is the first law of reflection. Second law of reflection is that you see this and these two rays and this normal. So what about you? What is the orientation of this? That is what according to you they seems to lie, or we we can always say that these lie on the same plane. Angle of incidence, angle of reflection, and the normal lie on the same plane. Lie on the same plane. That means if suppose we have this is the x-axis, this is our y, and this will be our z plane. Angle of incidence, angle of reflection, and the normal lie on the same plane, and also this point of incidence, they all will lie on the same plane. For example, if the point of incidence will be on x-axis, then angle of incidence, angle of reflection, and normal, they all will lie on this plane, this very plane, x plane. And if this point lies on, point of incidence is on y plane, then these three lie on y plane. And if this point lies on z plane, then all three will be on what? They all will lie on the z plane. This was